It might not be the hero we deserve at the moment, but it is definitely the hero we all need.
Because it's the hero Gotham deserves, but not the one it needs right now.
It encapsulates in one package what every adventure rider has been praying for since the invention of adventure riding. A very lightweight bike, very few electronics and rider aids, cheap, reliable, but you can have all of these without paying a hefty price somewhere else. And the price this time is, well, is that it makes almost 9 horsepower. 9 different horses. Stick around while we see how Honda has reimagined the world's most sold motor vehicle. That includes cars as well. How they've reimagined it for off-road use. The Honda Super Cub has been a worldwide sensation since first being manufactured in 1958. From then until now, Honda has sold more than 100 million Super Cubs worldwide, more than any other motorized vehicle on the face of the planet. The main idea behind it at the time was to develop a motorcycle for both developed and developing countries, rural or urban environments, mechanically simple, reliable, not needing any specialized tools to be repaired, have larger wheels since the tiny scooter wheels at the time will not be suitable for markets with bad road infrastructure, and have the engine covered up. As a bonus, Soichiro Honda, Honda's president at the time, wanted the bike to be able to be ridden with only one hand. His idea was that all of the noodle shops in Japan would immediately buy one for delivering their noodles every day. So from 1958, Honda has enjoyed great success with the Cub and the Super Cub lineup being offered in different configurations. As a little side note, my first motorcycle was a C90, built sometime before 1980, and that was a lot of fun to ride around. Side note over. In 2018, Honda revised the Super Cub 125 with up-to-date technology, but still keeping their original idea to have everything simple. And now in 2020, why not have a Cub which could go literally anywhere? Enter the C125 Hunter Cub. The Hunter Cub shares a lot in common with the Super Cub, but has had quite a few modifications to make it more off-road capable, including changes to the chassis. The 17-inch tires are married to a front suspension which offers 4.3 inches of travel, and the 6.5 inches of ground clearance together with a brand new bash plate will guarantee lots of fun wherever you decide to take the little Cub. Like its predecessors, the Hunter Cub can also be ridden with one hand. The centrifugal clutch and the semi-automatic 4-speed transmission mean that when you want to change gears, just throttle down, change the gear and throttle back up. No need to worry about clutches or actually keeping both hands on the handlebars. Honda claims a vehicle weight of just 120 kilograms, and we all know less weight is every rider's wet dream, but how far can the tiny 4.4 fuel tank take you? Well, a lot actually. With an average consumption of 1.5 liters per 100 kilometers, yeah, you heard that right, 1.5 liters, you would theoretically be able to ride 355 kilometers until needing to refuel. It sips fuel, Dave. It sips fuel. Like the English. Even if the bike was built to be rugged, taken anywhere and be expected to keep its reliability, Honda has equipped it with one electronic rider aid, and that is ABS. And to not go overboard, they decided to only install it on the front wheel, so you can still do skids with the rear wheel. The one other major difference from its more refined looking sibling, the Super Cub, is that the Hunter Cub comes with disc brakes on both the front and the rear, while the Super Cub has a drum brake on the back. At the moment, the Hunter Cub will be available for sale in Japan starting from June of this year, with the rest of the world to follow. And if we are to go by the pricing announced for Japan, in the US for example, the Hunter Cub should hit dealership floors at just about $4,000 US. So a rugged, small, light, reliable bike which sips fuel and can go almost everywhere for $4,000 US. Will you be queuing up to Honda's dealerships to get one? Let us know in the comments and also tell us where you're from. I'm curious if these will be hits in Europe and in the US. In Australia, most probably not, since you guys have really vast distances to travel. Well, that's the show for today, everyone. If you've enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up, and if you think you've learned something new, consider subscribing or becoming a Patreon to help us make more of these shows. Cheers, and I'll see you on the next one.